So we're leaving. We're leaving effectively. It's like meeting the Oracle. The Route 66 guide, the definitive one, is written by Jerry McLennan. By his own explanation, there, his dad was an oil worker. He used to drill oil rigs, and every summer they would go from California to Arkansas along Route 66. And he said that his father never stopped. So he wanted to stop at all the various different locations. He wanted to experience it. So when he got old enough, he decided he wanted to go and do, quotes, Route 66. This was in the mid-80s, early 90s. And he said that he discovered that there wasn't a good mapping. You couldn't actually figure out where Route 66 was. So the first thing he had to do was map it. And then he could go and visit all the places when he had established where they all were. So he's one of the key people who has gone through and connected up all the little bits and fragments of the various different ages of roads. And he updates it all the time, a bit like a weather advisor for a yacht. He updates on Facebook and says, okay, well, this section is being closed for roadworks, but if you take the following 3 roads and go around, you can avoid the section and come back onto so you can still stitch it together even when it's being worked on. So that's where we were there. And a big day actually for some of the guys, because a lot of the guys may have been on these trips over the years and would have relied on his work, but never got to meet him. So we got to go in. He's also a very good artist, and he does art related to Route 66. So yeah, interesting guy. So now where we're heading to is a vintage motorcycle museum. So the 2 parts, Route 66 and vintage motorcycles. More on that in a while. We're arriving to the motorcycle museum that I was telling you about before. This is, I think, vintage and historic bikes. I've never seen it before, but I'm told it is. It's pretty good. We're in Oklahoma. We're just out of Tulsa, and we're heading for Oklahoma City. And this is the Seba Station Motorcycle Museum. You can see a couple of the Irish Route 66ers are already here ahead of us, so we'll join them. I like to try to find somewhere in the shade to park the bike whenever I can, but in this instance, we're kind of shade free. So I'll pull in here behind with the guys, and we'll go in and we'll see what the motorcycle museum has to hold. All right, we'll have a look at the museum anyway. Seba Station.
How do you think? Usually what I get a good deal on.
Right, okay.
That I think people would be interested in.
Right. What year is that for?
1970.
I'm moving here. Not a glitzy, forcing the Hondas, Triumphs, a lot of Triumphs. Nortons. Whoa, is that a road rate?
175, is it?
Good lord, oh, half the stuff is. Oh, Velocet. Grandfather used to have Velocet. Oh, Harleys. Ah, Vespa. So many Vespas in the States. Nice clothes, man. Whoa. Somebody looks like went through a fence. Oh no, it says a tornado. This is what happens when a tornado ends. Wow. Oh, calm down. Well, it definitely lives up to its billing. It is quite the motorcycle museum. I think they have merchandise as well. I might see what I think they do t-shirts and stuff like that.